What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Tonight we are here officially looking at my top 5 movies from October. As the month winds down and as new releases kind of wind down, I feel that I am already in a position to name my top 5 movies of October. But before we get into the video and look at the rankings, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to follow me on all the social media pages. And without further ado, let's get into it. So movie number 5, we are going to start with Goodrich. Now, Goodrich stars Michael Keaton and Mila Kunis, a older dad that is really going through a lot as his wife enters rehab. When she enters rehab, he is kind of in a position now where he's forced to be a dad. He's kind of in a position where he has to be more present. And so what that does is allow him to see really what it's like to raise 9-year-old twins. With this, Mila Kunis is also his daughter from a previous marriage, and she is kind of helping be a support system as he tries to keep his art gallery running and afloat. Now, with Goodrich, I made a review on all these movies, but with Goodrich, I felt that it was a really good movie. It had great storytelling, and I really felt that it was a movie that anybody could sit down and enjoy. I know for me, you already know Michael Keaton is coming off of Beetlejuice, so this was another movie for him this year. But at the end of the day, it was a solid movie and definitely one worth watching. Number 4 on this list is Saturday Night. I felt that Saturday Night was a really good storytelling movie where you got to see Lorne Michaels build up Saturday Night Live. You saw the challenges that he had with the networks, his own cast members, and issues going on with the sets. And so watching this movie, you really got an idea of what the chaos is like on a Saturday night before they actually see the live button go on. And so Saturday Night is a movie I went and saw again earlier this week. It is definitely one that when it comes out on streaming or digital release, I will make sure to get. Number 3 is one that is just released this past Friday, and that is Venom: The Last Dance. Like I said in my review, as somebody that is not a big Marvel person, I found Venom: The Last Dance to be very entertaining. It had a lot of action and was just very enjoyable from start to finish. Now, I even found myself looking at my watch during this movie because I felt like we were getting so much in such a short amount of time, which made this movie even more enjoyable. For me, I felt like this movie could have went on for another 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and even continued the story. Now, before we get into 2 and 1, like I said, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We are continuing to grow, and we will continue to grow. I will make sure the content it gets more crisp, make sure that I put more time into it. But like I said, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow along on the journey. Number 2 is also a recent release, one of my favorite movies now in the horror movie category, and that is Terrifier 3. During Terrifier 3, Art the Clown comes back at Christmas. You see the chaos that he brings. You see how he tortures Sienna and her brother, and the story is just insane. Now, a lot of people may disagree and say, well, there's not much of a story to it. For me, I was able to sit back and see what the movie was trying to portray. Now, I have never experienced movie walkouts before, and I saw this movie twice, and I got to experience that. I got to see people leaving. I got to see people being kicked out of the theater for trying to sneak into it. We had one lady in my second showing that every time a group of kids came in, she for some reason thought that she had to run out of the theater and be the police and go and get the kids kicked out, even though They were just sitting there. So that was a very interesting take. But with Terrifier 3, I thought it was very enjoyable. I love this time of year, and I'm glad that this was released during Halloween season, which is my favorite season of the year. And listening that there will be another addition to it makes it even better. And what I read today as well is that it has officially crossed the $40 million bring in, or the really, I call it the gate, but it has surpassed $40 million. And as an independent film, that is a good thing. Movie number one. This kind of has the social studies aspect to it for me, but my number one movie of October is White Bird. For me, White Bird is a movie that really is telling the story of a young girl who is fighting for her life once the Nazis come into France, and her counterpart in the film is somebody that is very unlikely. She builds a friendship with him. The family accepts her while she's hiding out. And ultimately, what it is the story being told to a grandson of how his grandma, who is the narrator and the little girl in the story, was able to survive. With this movie, it is one that I am glad I got to see at Regal's Mystery Movie Monday. Unfortunately, my Regal did not carry it, so that is definitely one that I am very glad I went and saw as a Mystery Movie Monday and was able to see it then. But it is also a movie that I have pre-ordered for once it comes out in digital. But like I said, these are my top 5 movies of the month. You have Goodrich at 5, Saturday Night at 4, Venom at 3, Terrifier 3 at 2, and White Bird at 1. But if there's movies I missed, drop a comment below and let me know what movies you enjoyed. Obvious movies that did not make this list, the most notable is Joker. I am not a fan of it. I thought it was terrible. A lot of people agree with me, but there are some that don't. But that is okay. But that is my top 5 list of October. But make sure to hit the subscribe button. Each one of these movies does have an individual review, so make sure to go check those out. Make sure to follow me on all the social media pages, and I will talk to you all later.